Meghan Markle's latest attempt to solidify her status in Hollywood took a disastrous turn at the 2025 Screen Actors Guild SAG Awards when she conducted an awkward and tone-deaf interview with legendary actress Jane Fonda. What was meant to be a graceful and engaging exchange quickly devolved into an uncomfortable spectacle, leaving both Fonda and the audience visibly uneasy. As expected, social media erupted in backlash, with critics accusing Meghan of being self-absorbed, ill-prepared, and out of touch with Hollywood's real elite. Despite her repeated attempts to position herself as a power player in the entertainment industry, Meghan's presence at the SAG Awards raised eyebrows. Unlike past attendees who earned their invitations through notable film or television work, Meghan's claim to fame remains her brief stint on Suits, a show that, despite renewed popularity on Netflix, ended years ago. Yet, she arrived at the event eager to command attention, seemingly attempting to cement herself as a Hollywood insider. The real disaster unfolded when Meghan, stepping into the role of interviewer for an exclusive SAG Awards segment, sat down with Jane Fonda. The 87-year-old screen legend, known for her illustrious career spanning decades, has won 2 Academy Awards and remains an outspoken activist. One would assume Meghan, who prides herself on her feminist credentials, would be well prepared for such an opportunity. Instead, the interview quickly went off the rails. From the very beginning, Meghan made the conversation about herself, frequently interrupting Fonda to share personal anecdotes and veer off topic. Instead of discussing Fonda's legendary career, contributions to Hollywood, or activism, Meghan bizarrely shifted focus on her own struggles and experiences. At one point, Fonda appeared visibly irritated when Meghan brought up her difficult transition from the royal family to Hollywood, comparing it to Fonda's activism in the 1960s. "It's really been about finding my own voice, just like you did when you spoke out about Vietnam," Meghan said with a smile. The comparison did not land well. Fonda, who faced government persecution and industry blacklisting for her anti-war stance, raised an eyebrow and simply replied, "That's not quite the same." Audience members reportedly exchanged awkward glances as Meghan pushed forward, failing to acknowledge the awkwardness. Instead of pivoting, she doubled down, making further comparisons between her own media scrutiny and the hardships Fonda faced as an activist. The discomfort was palpable. Things only worsened when Meghan attempted to flatter Fonda with what seemed like a rehearsed compliment. "You've been such a voice for change, and that's something I really resonate with because, I've had to break barriers too." Fonda, clearly unimpressed, gave a curt nod and replied, "Well, some barriers take a lifetime to break." The tension in the room was undeniable, and Meghan seemed momentarily at a loss. Still, rather than steering the conversation back to Fonda's achievements, she continued interjecting with mentions of her own projects, including her upcoming lifestyle brand and potential production ventures. The audience, which had initially been receptive, grew restless. Some even whispered amongst themselves as the cringe-worthy exchange played out. The internet wasted no time dissecting the fiasco. Within hours, clips of the interview circulated online, and the backlash was swift. One user on X, formerly Twitter, wrote, "Meghan Markle just hijacked an interview with Jane Fonda to talk about herself. This woman is beyond delusional." Another commented, "Jane Fonda has been a Hollywood legend for 60-plus years. Meghan Markle was in Suits for 7. The audacity to compare their journeys is wild." Even Meghan's usual supporters found it hard to defend her. Some pointed out that had she approached the interview with more humility and focus on Fonda's legacy, she could have turned it into a rare public relations win. Instead, she walked away looking out of touch, self-centered, and incapable of reading the room. This latest blunder is just one in a growing list of Meghan's Hollywood missteps. Since stepping back from royal duties, she has struggled to establish herself in the entertainment industry, despite signing lucrative deals with Netflix and Spotify. However, many of these ventures have either underperformed or been quietly shelved. The collapse of her podcast archetypes, the scrapping of her animated series Pearl, and reports of behind-the-scenes difficulties with production teams have all fueled speculation that Meghan's brand is losing credibility. Moreover, Hollywood's biggest players have largely kept her at arm's length. While A-list stars like Beyoncé, Oprah, and Tyler Perry once showed public support, recent events suggest Meghan's influence in the industry is dwindling. Invitations to major Hollywood gatherings have been sparse,